Hello, good morning and welcome to Rob and Suzi's allotment adventure part 25. It is Sunday the 20th of July here on a soggy allotment plot. Thankfully it's soggy because we've been desperate for rain. I'm doing this in between showers. It's not supposed to be forecast till dinner, but we'll take the rain whenever we can get it at the moment. Saves me watering as much. We'll give you a quick walk down the plot. Show you the highs and lows of some of the harvesting I've been doing. These are the lovely little pears on the 6-foot pear tree with the fennel growing through the middle of it. This is located in the wildlife area, which I leave to do its own thing really. Got a buddleia bush there that's more or less finished flowering. We've got the wildlife pond where the froglets are emerging in stages. They'll appreciate the rain that we had yesterday. Now we come to some of the good stuff. The yellow courgettes in there. There's one definitely ready for harvest, another one maybe today. Might leave it till tomorrow. And then the normal courgette I'm having to put in that cage overnight, not because it's been naughty, but something else has been naughty and it started eating the leaves off, and it's had a go at one of the plants as well, one of the fruits, one of the courgettes. It's nibbled the end of that, taken about an inch off. Not 100% sure what's having a go at it. That's why we've had to put the mesh around this one, try and protect it. Come past the salad potatoes, some of those are starting to go. Can you see the yellow on those? That means it's called natural dieback, so they're about ready for harvest. And then we come to one of the success stories. You can see how many beans there are. That's just off one plant. I've got about a dozen or 14 in here. You can see under there how many are ready to go. They've definitely benefited from a bit of watering when I come up to do the greenhouse every night. Usually put a watering can full over there, over those. And they've definitely appreciated that in the hot weather. And we move on to the sweet corn, which is a little bit stunted again this year, but everybody's on the allotment is. Mine aren't as far on as a lot of them. But at the top here, these are the male, if you can see the bit coming off, look, on my hand, that's the male pollen, which has got to drop onto those bits, what do they call these? I'm not sure, I've forgotten, old age. Anyway, this is the female bit, the tassels, some people call them. And each one of those, each single strand, will become a kernel on your cob. So every one of those has got to get a piece of pollen, brush against it to make it into the sweet corn. Pollination. So they will turn dark brown when they're all pollinated, and then you'll get your. So there's another little one at the side, so we're going to get multiple cobs on this one. That's another one that's just emerging. Hopefully we'll get multiple cobs. Now in here, got lots of broccoli. No, not lots of broccoli. The broccoli's in that one. Broccoli's in there with the cauliflower. Well, this is all cauliflower plants. About 18 or 20 cauliflower plants. And they're starting to produce the actual edible bit, which is good news. They're a bit late going in, but they're doing okay. Now last time you came up here and saw the video, this had a rudimentary cage over the top. Now we've gone the whole hog and put a proper one over with a removable, if you can see, that's how we get in to do the weeding, and that's just some scaffolding netting, just stapled to 3 bits of wood so that you can drape it over. It's stapled at the back so that it's permanently fixed, or semi-permanently fixed, and then you can just, if you can see that very well, just let that sit down and it tightens itself up. Self-tightening, so handy little thing. Over here, not such a success story. I've dug those this morning and left them to show you. We've got about 20 to 25 potatoes off a whole row of 7 or 8 new potato plants, which is not brilliant. They're my favourite harvest of the year, and it's not gone great. They all look pretty edible, they're all a good size, probably it's a bit too big, probably left them a bit too long, but there's not the numbers that there should be. Probably because of the weather. We didn't have any rain for about 6 or 7 weeks, and I think they suffered rather a lot. Another bit of a disaster here. The onions have really suffered in the lack of water. The carrots have gone better than normal, but they're not really the main crop that I wanted. They're just put in between to protect the onions from the onion fly, because they don't like the smell of carrots. So rather than put a netting round, I put carrots in between, and it's worked rather well for the last 2 years, but this year the onions have not done great. So it looks like off to the supermarket we go. We've got some raspberries ready. Keep harvesting these as I come up to water the greenhouse every night. Just pull them when they're ready. And we've put, since last time you were here, we've put some tomatoes outside, my spare tomato plants, just in case anything happened in the greenhouse. There's a couple of cherry tomatoes there, going to be ready probably tomorrow. A couple of flowers have gone in from one of my neighbours. Some cosmos flowers have gone in, which are nice. I'm afraid this project hasn't gone fantastically well. At the end is some supermarket bought leeks that are going in, but we've managed to get one lettuce. Those are self-set weeds which are coming out in a minute, and spinach, pardon me. Spinach is going alright. Now I've kept the pigeons off, so they've nibbled the tops. Didn't know pigeons like spinach, but they obviously do. And then take those out of the way. That's the extent of my carrots. There should be about 200 carrots in there, and I think there's about 20. Hey ho. And we go into the very impressive little honeybee pollinating as we speak. We can zoom in on him. Don't know whether that'll come up on whether it'll focus. Little honeybee there, just pollinating one of the cucumber flowers, and the cucumbers are going great guns. Look at the size of that bad boy. It's just filling out. I've had one huge one off it. That's off the one which is called Fem Spot, which sounds a bit dodgy to me, but hey ho. And these are the ones from the plant from Claire, one of my neighbours. This is called Diva, and these seems to be smaller and curved, and they've got little prickles on, which seems to be the order of the day, but it is producing. Oh look, I don't even see that one. There's one there that's about ready to go. That's a whopper. You can judge it on the size of my hand. It's a good size, but the Diva has produced about 3 times as much foliage and flowers. But it seems to be lagging a bit behind the Fem Spot, but the Fem Spot is producing lots of nearly dead straight cucumbers like you get from the supermarket or the greengrocer if you're privileged to have one close to you. But the tomatoes are going quite nicely. Oh, there's some little cherry tomatoes there. We've got all sorts in here. We've got Big Daddy, which are these big fruiting beef tomatoes as I call them. What else have we got? Oh, Moneymaker. That's always a favourite with gardeners. Popular one, and that's a cherry one in there. And we've got at the back, I think that's a Romano one, which hopefully going to make passata out of. So we've got 3 or 4 different varieties in here rather than all the same. Bit of variety. There's one there, so that must be a, yeah, that's another red cherry. Another red cherry tomato there, which is some little ones, which will go down well with the other half. She loves the cherry tomatoes. There we go, that's the run down the plot today. Thanks for being with me. Hope you appreciate that. I appreciate you sticking all the way through to this bit. Listening to me waffle for 10 minutes or more. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, it's completely free. Share it with your Facebook friends, or might move on to Instagram or TikTok or something one day. I don't know, my kids keep telling me I need to move off just on YouTube. Need to diversify. At my age, it's all it is. So I've got all my time just to put it on YouTube. But right, thanks again, and we'll catch you in another couple of weeks hopefully. Bye.